Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to FMA Discussion. This is episode 490, and today we're going to be covering the East Coast FMA Gathering, which is held by Maestro Lissy and Maestro Lex, and we're going to be bringing them up. If you're watching, tell us where you're watching from, smash that like button. If you have questions, put them on the right-hand side column, and I'll be sure to get to them. Without further ado, here we go. Hey there. Hey guys, how you doing?
Cool. Good. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Oh my God. More than happy to do. More than happy to do. So obviously, yeah, this definitely, warrants having you guys covered. But before we get into the gathering and all that, let's just cover like your guys. So martial arts background. Let's go martial arts before we get into the FMA. So, Maestro Lex, what was martial arts background?
Well, it started with FMA from my dad when I was a kid. Then he wanted me to experience other things, so I did kung fu for a while, some taekwondo, karate, Muay Thai, some BJJ, just to see if this is what I really wanted to do. He didn't want to force it on me, so he sent me out there. And no matter where I ended up going, I found myself drifting back to FMA. And I've seen a lot of overlap and realized that it's in my blood to do this. So I stuck with it for the past 28-ish years.
Wow. Okay.
Since I was small. So 32 now. So yeah, but like when I was 6, I think.
Wow. Okay. All right. And was that here, like, always in the U.S. or was
I was born here.
Okay.
And, yeah, and it took me different places. Met a lot of different people because of Aniti West. Like he brought me to a lot of FMA events just to meet and see all these people that I would only see on TV.
Yeah.
and got to a point where he put me in tournaments, and then I really started to see how it can be applied outside of just doing drills and whatnot.
Okay. Nice. And Maestro Wesley, so did you jump in right away to FMA, or did you do some of the traditional arts first?
Well, I grew up in the Philippines, in Cebu for that matter. And what I see around me are Crisostomo. It is the Blintawaks. At that time, they were just common names to me. But then I see them, and I found interest in that. Well, when I was in my younger days, we were just playing around with sticks. No training, no nothing. We're just playing. And then we see the adults playing. Then we, as kids do, we mimic. So I started with my own peer group. And then, since it was too long, it wasn't very special. Just like playing games in the street. Now, I was introduced to that without any particular starting point. Because I'm seeing this and I'm doing that. And then I learned it from a master who comes to the house every Sunday. And he's just as shy as anybody else. He doesn't want to be seen in the limelight. I guess I got that from him. You learn these things, but you're not supposed to be out there showing up. And so there was no definite starting time when I learned art. When I learned a particular system, he just said, think outside the box. Don't stick to what's being shown to you. So that's just how I did it. Same thing to Lexi. And me and my father, by the way, Walter. deeply. I have two other brothers. We're all boys. Canada. That's my eldest brother Walter and me. I'm mostly interested in this thing. So my brother do this right. Mostly even when we were in the United States, something that particular art. I was in the shadow of my other brother. I don't want to be in front, but he says, "Go demonstrate." I demonstrate like passion, passion to do this. Everything around me goes blank, focus on what's being shown and all that. And then when it's done, I kind of get uh, shocked because people are looking, so I go behind, just behind my brother. And then eventually get bolder and bolder. We were practicing this art from Erosa family, and you we went through that. Uh, they used to practice inside our house. We used to feed them because everybody gets hungry when they finish practicing. And I was just there, happy. I didn't practice with them. Nobody from that group sparred or taught me. That was what the old man said. Don't go about showing what you know. Go about learning what they do. Think outside the box. So we're allowed to go when we migrated over here for us to bring the art with us. And we don't know anything about marketing, videos. So when we were told to do this, we just do this. The fanning, ginunting, and all that. But it was so awkward because we have a dilemma whether to show what we know, to fake the things that uh, we should show. And again, I was always in the shadow of my brother. I think I'm still doing that now, and I'm under the shadow of Lexi. that's that's yeah,
No, 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 no,
world.
no.
He's denying and refuting it.
So when we got here, I trained Lexi a little bit here, and he wanted to try other arts. I said, no, no problem. Go ahead. Just have fun. Because I don't have that luxury when I was young. Being in the United States, you have choices of friends, jobs, jobs. Now you have the internet and all that. And I asked him, yeah, learn as much as you can. And then if you want, I can teach you some of what I know. And ultimately, he went back to Filipino market. And I was called in school one time because he's got bruises. He's got bruises in his shoulder, arm, legs. I said, teacher says, the child abuse thing in America. He said, no, 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 that's our culture. We train like this and you get hit. We get bruises. Well, we can't have that in school. No, it's not in school. We're doing it in the backyard. And ultimately, that was an excuse thing. The bruises were verified as not abuse, not child abuse. So we went on with the training, and ultimately he focused on what I was teaching him, the style that I was teaching him. So there I continued that art from the time I learned it with no specific date where it started, no beginning. It was just a smooth transitioning from playing around with sticks to watching people, learning people. And when I got bolder, I bullied the small ones because I can't bully the big ones because I was bullied by the big ones. And this was all on the side. Very few people know we were practicing this art. It was in the inside of the compound. At that time, which is totally different from now, at that time there's always this thing like family secrets. And it only belongs to the clan. It only belongs to whoever will uh, deserve to be taught by Sir Bishop. And as I grew older, I said it can't be. It has to change. At that time, share it. And since I'm not good at marketing, when we were here, we just did as much as we can at complexity, small events, started learning. And he was asking me, Dad, what if I do this? Okay, then I'll do that to you and find out. He learned the hard way. And that was like how he grew up with pinakatay, Philippine martial arts. I had a specific reason why we use the word pinakatay. He does. Yes, as I always say, I want to be in the background all the time. I didn't want to use my name. We used Bunalsa Engkanto. And that has a meaning to that. It's not for me, but it's for my teacher. And when you tell a story, there are two groups of people who listen to your story. One who believes you, which is only 10%. One those don't believe it at all, which is the 90%. So even before they know me, they rated me. And there's something based on what I say is one. Uh, Many people, it's not true. Many people say, no, you're not saying the real story is. I always say,
Oh, Dean, it's really choppy on your end.
Yeah, and I think it's his Wesley, can you turn up your volume or get closer? It's coming. Yeah, it's coming a little choppy and low. Oh, no,
Nope, now you're mute.
he's got something going on with his audio.
It is stupid hot over there in Arizona, so I don't
Yeah, he was saying it was like 110.
Yeah.
Something crazy. Yeah. Oh, I think he's back.
Nope, that sound was here. That was
Oh, sorry. Okay.
uh
He's got, yeah, right now he might be having an internet, but we'll see if he clicks back in. So all right. So what's basically at 5 years old, what were you exposed to by your father? What style?
I grew up with what it was before as Hirosa de Cuerdas. That's what I.
Oh, okay.
So I learned that through them. He was certified through them at that time. There was a little bit of a split between the family side and the students. And I started with that. Under my dad.
Okay.
Walter and him were both certified to teach here in the States. But what's FMA without politics, and there was this whole
We need politics.
Yeah.
What on earth are you talking about?
There was this whole thing about us making millions of dollars, but no, we're hardworking people just like everybody else, and so we kind of let it be. Haniti West and my uncle Walter wanted to still keep on their teachers' request and teach it, regardless of what anyone else says, whatever their viewpoints are. They stuck to what they promised him before he passed.
Okay. So
They were doing that, and
the founder was Owit. I'm sorry, I probably not. Who's the founder of
Morio?
might be back. I'm sorry. Who was the founder again?
Now I'm having audio issues.
I can hear you fine.
Oh no.
Sorry,
No, I
guys.
can't hear you.
Technology.
I can't hear him. If I refresh it, hold on.
Oh, you might be on. Wesley, you back? He's frozen too. All right, well, Alexa's coming back in. Let's see. And we lost. How about now? Okay.
Damn it, I hate technology when it doesn't
Okay.
work.
You were
I don't think he can make his work either.
Wesley, can you hear me okay?
He's making the motions that he can hear you, I think. Can I?
Yeah, you both.
You're chopping in and out.
How about? But you can hear me okay now?
So.
So. I'm not sure. Folks that are watching, can you hear me okay? Or am I coming in choppy? Good. Okay, we're good. All right, we're just seeing if Lex can make it back. I'm just going to message him now and just see. Let me just see, Lex. Can you? All right. So Wesley, so your style is it so coming from Cebu, coming over here? So was so official style and teacher.
Oh, my teacher was it wasn't known. Even only a few people know that my mom, uh, Tiburing, used to call it Tiburing.
Oh, he's,
Weirdest, which is under. The lead person there was Manong Uwet.
mm,
A few were Arnisador were
okay.
training in that they were just. This is what I know.
Okay.
They're trained in the yard, whatever they needed a place to go to. So they went to. We offered our place, and they went there, trained there, in the living room,
Okay.
sometimes outside the yard.
Sorry.
Oh, no
And
worries. No, it happens. No worries.
so and I was just there. Nobody really knew that I was. We were trained. Me and my Walker were training at Tiburing, and a lot of people were saying that's hearsay. We never saw a Tiburing teacher. I said, well, we told you it wasn't known to anybody. Uh, we can always claim this because nobody knew. And since I'm telling this to you, it's up to you whether to believe it or not. So most of them don't believe it because they haven't seen it. Tiburing says, I'm teaching this to you guys because we are more the educated ones. Sad to say, but we went to school um, and we were about to migrate. And in between me watching them do their decretas in the house, learning a lot. I'm very keen. When I watch things, I'm very good at these small movements here and there. That's how I developed Pinacate because I guess that's my gift. Little twist here and little twist there, I catch them, and then I stop. That's what Pinacate came about. But the lineage is from the Herosa, and the gave us certificates to come over to teach the art. But again, we have the dilemma whether to teach the real thing or just to show, because we were taught not to teach everything, because it's kind of a secret group or a secret, a very good system. At that time, I didn't know what that means. So, and um, I was affiliated with the Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. Um, that's until now we are. In fact, during
Yeah, very
the,
blessed for
the
that.
gathering, we will have their logo in there with their permission.
No, no,
We
no.
will have.
Correction. So they're sending
Yes.
a representative unofficially, but we do work close frequently with the embassy and a number of cultural organizations in the area.
Okay.
And we've done a lot over the time that he's been introducing me to all these people. We've done events at the Smithsonian, the Kennedy Center. As far as I know, Dan Inosanto is the only other one that's done something for the Smithsonian.
I think you're right. I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
We did one for Smithsonian. So did he. We did Kennedy Center. Uh, we did NBA events, some halftime shows, some NFL events, uh, and the list goes on. And
Wow. So these events, wow, this is the first time I'm ever hearing this. That's pretty incredible. So when you're doing these events, like are you bringing out just a group of guys and just doing more demo oriented?
yeah, so they're usually for uh, Filipino American heritage type of stuff
Okay.
to get the promotion out. I used to do it in high school. We used to do. I was a part of AA Lead, which is like an Asian American leadership organization empowerment. In college, we did Find, so we did a lot of D6 up to where you are, up in Connecticut. I think Yukon in that area. We've done
Right.
stuff up
Yeah.
there, and they have an organization that comes all the way down to D7, like uh, towards going farther south. And so we've been blessed enough to share in these communities, especially with the youth, because after us, we're going to be the ones picking up. So
That's what we hope, man. I cover that a lot in this show, man. If we don't get the youth involved, I don't know how we're going to continue to perpetuate these arts. So, absolutely on that. So Maynard's asking, who are these guys in a good way? And Maynard, this is Harosa style, and we have Wesley and Lex here.
yeah, it started with Erosa with my father and uncle. That's what I ended up starting out with their version of it, the version that was taught to them, and politics. But then it became more than that. There were things that we learned from it and expounded on. There are things that they stayed within that confines, um, and we question. We question everything. Why is it this way? Why is it a particular way? If you do it this particular way, what if you did it a different way? Just keep questioning the technique and not treat it as if it's law. It's definite, and that's what he's trying to push to our students. Why I try to push it to our students over at the compound. So it's not only questioning my ability to break down the technique for somebody that hasn't done it before, but also give me an opportunity to break it down, to change it, to make it better or improve on it or find its downfalls, et cetera, whether that's with your single sticks, double sticks, knife, groundwork, empty hand.
So, you know what? That's worth talking about right there with you and your father. Because, it's funny. I don't think a lot of people know about this system in there. And from my understanding, I know I've had Paul on before. But is it primarily stick based? Is that what it's known for?
So I think they have been recently putting out some stuff where they have been doing some blade work, but the stuff that I've been exposed to thus far in their version of uh, the Herosa de Cuerdas that was taught to them, it has been stick, it has been blade. As uh, they, what I've seen them use a lot of the time has always been the pinute, so that's always been a comfort zone for me in terms of application. It works with the system very well. When they started to expound on it beyond their teachings from HTC at that time,
Mm.
uh, it carried over very well. So like he's wearing the shirt. I don't have mine today, but
Yeah.
Pinakatay, he probably already described it. Pinakatay is cursive in Cebuano, right?
Okay.
And the chorus is what like of the chords. Like if you're singing, he's dancing, I'm playing an instrument,
Gotcha. Okay.
we're
Okay.
all in sync.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Pinakatay
That's neat.
carries over that same flow. You're writing your name, but you don't stop till you dot your I's, cross your T's, kind of thing.
Nice. Okay.
At least that,
So,
yeah.
wow. So, do you guys, Again, like it doesn't seem to be, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because I mean, I've covered like, a bunch of systems on here, but I tell you, it doesn't seem like there's a lot Harosa de Cordes in the States. Am I correct in that?
No, unfortunately, before the la- uh, the the last Tarosa that just recently passed away a year or so ago, I was, uh, from my understanding, the last certified under him before he passed. I we have supported the bloodline side of the art. That's one of the reasons that I really wanted to invite Paul because he represents that other side. I'd like to bridge that gap. Any issues of our predecessors shouldn't be our problems today. So
Absolutely.
I would like to
Absolutely.
make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
not only that we can break bread together, we can positive growth. That's why we have this event every year, to bring instructors that people have never heard of and give them a platform and a place to share their little piece to the world. And Pal, the gym owner, has been
That's awesome.
more than helpful, gracious, and all around positive in supporting us. And you'll have a chance to meet him at this event as well. So, and I'm hoping anyone else that's free to
I think that's great.
come on in. We welcome everybody. No politics under this roof.
Yeah.
And we keep it nice and fresh, and everyone gets entertainment, food, and everyone walks away with something that hopefully sticks with them for life.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, that's the whole thing behind FMA, giving people a platform to be heard that maybe they never had a chance to be, but are doing really good things. And obviously, just by what you got going on down there, just based on what you're telling me and what you guys are trying to do philosophically in there, I think it's fantastic. So far as down there in Maryland, is that solely what you teach? Is just
No, since it's developed into what it is now, Pinakatay, it's become more than that. As someone that holds a certificate,
Okay.
I will uphold what they've taught me in that regard. And I know Paul is doing a fantastic job sharing that and going all over doing his thing. And it's glad to know that we have another brother in that particular art that is sharing it also with everyone else in the world. Unfortunately, like ones that actually do it back in the Philippines don't have the luxury of travel a lot, so it's good to spread the.
Yeah, but much to your point, like what happened in the past, as far as politics, friction, or just dissension, splitting, really shouldn't affect the newer student body. And that's just sad. Like I've seen it so many times since doing this show for the last close going on in 5 years, where you see the student body, they feel like they got to pick a side, and they weren't even there when all this kicked
Yeah,
off. It's like, you don't need to pick a side. You really don't. What you need to do is just be yourself, focus on your journey, and don't be influenced by stuff that you weren't even around for.
fantastic. That's exactly where I'm at. Like the politics of before should not be what defines today, what defines now. We're in an era where we have technology, even though earlier it sucked, but we're in a place now where we can share it with the world without people having to travel across it just to learn it. So
Yeah. It was before you came on. Your
I
father had
that.
the best quote, and that was, "Man, you're not an Anisador, man, if you don't have drama and FMA drama." And I was like, you know what? That is so right, man. Like I was telling you, man. Like I have a GM certificate and
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember you saying.
certified.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, uh, that's why we always put it in every event. All the politics are left at the door. Everyone here's here to learn. Everyone's here to improve. Everyone's here to grow outside of their comfort zone, question what they're already learning. That's the environment you need, not followers. We want thinkers. We want people to question what's being taught and challenge it, because that's the only way you can improve it.
Yeah,
And
instead of like go and fight the good fight of something that you weren't even part of.
yeah.
So, I wanna answer the question of who are these
Sure, can you
guys?
sir, can you just come closer? Perfect.
There you go. Yeah, I wanna answer the question of who are these guys. Uh,
Sure. Yeah, he was asking nicely. He was just
yeah. Oh, I know.
yeah.
He can never offend me in any way. He
Oh,
can
good.
never.
Yeah, you've been around the block, right?
Yeah, tell me anything you want, and just take it in. So,
Seasoned veteran.
thing is, who are these guys? We are nobody. We are just spreading the art, Filipino martial arts. And where we came from, I was not told to do that. I was told to keep it in family, in a group, like a secret group, which doesn't apply to new generation. And that's the reason why I still hold um, my gratitude to Rosa de Cuerdas,
Yeah.
but because of the drama and the threats and those people who don't know the story taking sides, and so I founded the Pinakatay, and from that Pinakatay is what it is now. And Pinakatay in Cebuano, it's a cursive writing. When you, it's not the black form like T-E-A-N. It's D, cursive.
Okay.
And the reason for that is once the stick moves, it flows. There is no uh, chambering. Well, we chamber occasionally, but there's no. The principle is just whenever the stick goes, it has to hit something up there. Goes back, and it just continues. It's like the redondas, the twirlings, the abanicos, and all that. It's continuous. You don't stop. You don't go like this. This is good, but this is better. You know,
Mm.
certain. So everybody does the same thing except that what I observe, maybe I'm not observing enough, but as far as I see, they get stuck on what they're told. They're told to do this and that only. 90-degree angle and all these steppings and all that. And I always instilled in Lexi's brain question anything, everything. If you don't get an answer, you'll find out the answer somehow.
Mm.
So with that thing in mind, step number one, they block and then they do this arm and all that. So what I taught him is what I have developed as in Pinakate as bluffing. Strike number one doesn't become strike number one. It can be 10 different strikes with that particular strike. And then he would question, how can that be? It's impossible. Well, I showed him this is what you do. And then he lightens up. So um, that's how I created Pinakata because of the drama also. I wanted to get away from things that are negative, people saying nasty stuff on the internet. And I have enough problems of my own raising Lexi. he's, he's, he's a handful. So I taught him, but what I teach him something, and I want him to think beyond it. I am
Beyond it,
just
yeah.
happy that he thinks that way in everything he does. In fact, he teaches me now too. Things that I do that I don't even notice that I don't know I'm teaching.
Yeah, make the
So,
full circle. That's great.
yeah, can you do that again? I said, which one? Then I do it again. He says, you never taught me that. Well,
Mm.
you ask,
He's a,
you ask, you ask, then you get an answer. And that's his mindset until now. Pinakata
oh,
is still a branch of the Cueras. I'm very proud to represent the Cueras, but I was avoiding politics. I just don't like negativity.
No, you know what? It's so, and just like it is, it's so draining. Like
Yes,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
it's too draining. This is why we don't deal with it, and uh, that's why the mindset that he says always question everything. Uh, Whenever I learn something new,
Mm.
or he goes back and tells us something that he may have told or taught us years ago, and he comes back again, but then this time it's in a different light because the experience has changed. So,
Mm.
and if I learn it, there's he can also learn it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I told Lexi, between you and me, this can't be kept within us. We have to share this to people. But the sad
Sure,
thing,
if you want to grow, yeah.
yeah, sad thing is, although as we are, since we avoided politics and all that, we moved on in our own pace. That's why we get into different events, which are like high up there, government, uh,
Mm.
Yeah.
big, big,
So,
big events, and all that. And we just go there represent. Actually, Lexi decided a long time ago, God, why can't we just use FMA? And then I said, well, do you know that there is really no FMA? It says, that's FMA, Philippine. Yeah, but is there Thailand martial arts? No, they call it Muay Thai. Is there Japanese martial arts? No, there's like karate, Shotokan, or whatever. I don't
Mm.
know. But is it Filipino martial arts? Yeah, it's called Filipino martial arts. I said, no, there's no Filipino martial arts. And when I tell people that, they disagree. And
It
then
was America. That was we coined that. It happened here in America. You know, it was called. Yeah,
oh, I see in the chat there
Tom.
a lot of yeah, there's a Tom. Oh, Yuli Ramos says hi. Oh, hi.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, so not only to answer Tom, like it's not only PTK. We encourage our students to play with everybody, which is why day 2 of this event this year we have 2 rule sets. So all the preliminaries are run kind of like boxing. It's 3 rounds, um, 3 1-minute rounds, full sparring, um, 1-minute rest, uh, and it's judged by 3 judges that rotate. So there's no bias, there's no anything. It rotates 1 judge each round. The final rounds will be done by one of our now getting to be good friends, the guys of Wego Todo. I don't know if you've heard of that before.
well, yeah, Wego Toto. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we're bringing that over here to the States with his blessing. That rule set is different. You don't usually see it. Uh, I think it would be good to bring that over here so people can actually not only use the techniques that they learn in their respective arts, now you're putting together things that aren't in your comfort zone. So for
Mm.
us, double sticks isn't our forte. We love single sticks all day long.
Yeah.
Um, but some people prefer double sticks, or some people prefer empty hand combat all day long. But now it gives a platform for people to work on their weaknesses gives them to show off their strengths, and the camaraderie is there all the way around. So
Nice. That's well, no, that's not. I mean, that's man. If you could achieve all that, obviously you're doing something right. That's
we can do it with the support of the community, and that's what we're trying to do. And thankful to you for even bringing us on the show to help share this with everybody.
long overdue, actually. I mean, yeah. So I'm trying to get the offers there, but hey, glad it finally happened in there. So as far as this, so 12 years. So what was the initial inspiration to do the camp? Like, so you're on. This is the 12th year. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is 12th year.
So what was the inspiration to even like start this?
I'll let him speak on that because I was still a child trying to figure it all out. So
it started 12 years ago, and when we were here, we were asked by the various leaders to propagate the art. And as I said, we were in a dilemma whether to show them the real thing or just for demonstration. Anyway, in short, we were able to. I decided to create a East Coast gathering because the West Coast were already established, or at least there were a lot of events there. So when I started this, a lot of people came from other styles also. Even karate guys came, and African arts came, and we had a gathering, a very very fruitful gathering. I was so glad. This is gonna be a nice camp. People will come, and then they share each other, and then we eat food. Especially, I like the food, and it's just a great event for Filipino martial arts. And then I get to learn other arts too, which were unknown to me, or I've heard of but never seen any. So I've seen the modern arnis. In the Philippines, I've seen modern arnis, but it was kind of different when I saw the modern arnis in here. At least what I grew up when I saw and what I saw in here. So and then we started the second year and third year, and then it became big, it became small, depends on the times. And we have another event a few years later where instead of a gathering, it became what you call this, a single system gathering. And next called my attention to that. And so anyway, that was in the past. So we tried to bring the gathering again as we envisioned before. And all styles.
Sorry about that. Mustang.
So and then we stopped the training. Okay. We stopped the training during the pandemic for 3 years. But before that, while we have this event every year, we were busy we were just on our own. We kind of developed our own network. We went to events, barrio fiestas, um, embassies, the government centers, all this stuff. We were invited year after year. Sometimes we couldn't. Sometimes we send representatives. We have this fiesta event in Washington, D.C. every year, barrio fiesta in Silver Spring, I think, and many other small events, but we don't go out there like, hey, we're this. They invite us. We were even in was it the Navy Lex or was that? Where was that?
Yeah, we've done stuff for the military too from time to time.
Oh wow, okay.
And you know what's funny? What's funny with that military thing? They said, hey guys, this lieutenant, I forgot anyway. He says, hey guys, that was awesome what you were doing there. But do you even have uniforms? So we were just wearing t-shirts and all that. And we have a little banner this big. It says Philippines.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, like that was the thing, right? We're not making millions of dollars to do this. We're teaching it and sharing it because that was their purpose, and that's what they imparted to me. And it was never about the money. It was about the promotion, preservation, and propagation of the
Yeah,
art.
if you're doing FMA for the money, man, good luck.
That actually, come to think of that, that was one reason why we were attacked from that point of view, because they said we were millionaires
Oh
because
my
of.
God. Yeah, every time you're in the States, you're
and,
making, yeah, you know.
and I was like almost pleading to them that it's not true, it's not true. But the more you plead, the more they disbelieve you. There's a word. They don't believe you at all. So then they started listening to Pinatay. So that's in the past now. So
And
maybe
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I know the people in the chat right now are all the friendly ones so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone PMs you like, good, something
that's
negative.
not true.
Oh, I get that. Oh, I can't tell you. Like, there's so much I don't say on these shows that happens on the back end. And what I mean by the back end is the messages I get pre-show or post-show of like why I shouldn't interview them, or what they said wasn't true, or anything like this. But then I've gotten savvy over the years of doing this experience. I said, well, hey, are you willing to come on and give your version? And all of a sudden the whole tune changes. You know what I mean? It's just
Well, I can say one thing. Those who do not like what we do, please come out and learn something. We're not here to beat you, or you're not here to
no, it's
beat us.
easier to just be negative though. I'm just
Yeah,
telling you.
just come, and then we'll show you what we know. If you think we know less, then tell us, and maybe we can improve. We're
Yeah,
not
right.
here to.
I mean, imagine that. Like, okay, hey, do you mind coming over here and show me what you're talking about? If maybe we can jointly we can improve status
Yeah,
quo. But it's just so much
Good.
easier to be negative and just, and why, yeah, it's I know. It's
it's easy to just make a negative comment and then move on, as opposed to break bread and actually talk about it. But people are like, it takes too much time to have a full conversation. Let's just make
yep.
an assumption and move on.
I'm sadly, but but hey, it's got to start with folks like you and there. I mean, to change the culture. You know what I mean? And it's got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, trying to
Yeah.
do more, not just with FMA. Try to include. Um, we work with heritage groups, so when they do Filipino dances, to kind of bridge the gap to show, okay, FMA, everyone does FMA, but did you know it was hidden in dances like tinikling or pandango sailao or the coconut dance that, everyone likes throwing the elbows and stuff, but then they have the coconuts. How are you hiding all that stuff? So,
Mm.
And it reminds me when we went to the embassies for demonstrations. We didn't solo the thing. We invited groups to
yeah,
come with us. Come, show. In fact, we
yeah,
let them do the demonstration first, and then when they're done, we come next. So we're not like we soloed, or we soloed. That's the word. The the screamer harness in sense. We invite people. The only thing is that they come and then they don't. Must be something we do or we say that, or maybe they're busy. But the invitation has always been there ever since we started 12 years ago. I've never like, no, you cannot because you're system X, you're system Y. No, I said, come, you first. In fact, if we don't have enough time, I don't have to demonstrate. I don't have to show you. You go there first. That's always been our case, and Next has been very, very good at that. He lets them go
Oh,
first
good.
or invites them. And if you don't
Yeah.
want to mention our name, that's fine. It's Filipino martial arts. I don't care. It's
let,
cultural.
let, let the people who are watching make the observations they want to observe. Don't let your personal feelings get in the way of the purpose of what we're doing. So,
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And
We give it out
hopefully,
for free. We go there for free. We spend our own money to go there, and we bring our students. Uh, I'll let you talk, Lex, because you're very good at that.
yeah, we've just been fortunate enough to do a lot of the colleges. When I was still in the police academy, they let me teach a lot of the officers on site too, and they saw some real value in what we're doing. And I hope more officers find more value in what we're doing. We don't always want to go to the ground. Someone might come over and soccer kick you in the head. The person you're dealing with may have,
you know what I mean? Yeah, like I'm gonna pull guard. Okay, I don't know. You might want to look at some other stuff before you just you know what I mean. But much to your point, that's fantastic because I think law enforcement could, yeah, absolutely use better training. I mean, you know.
So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We try to share what we can, and with law enforcement, with the military, whoever is interested in just adding to the toolbox, we want to push that, right? Because there's no one system that's perfect. If that was the way, then everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, that's true. True. Absolutely.
There's always something to question about any system. There's always something to improve on in any system. And you can only better yourself as an individual by learning from the people around you. And which is why this is allowing everyone that attends to break out of their own little bubble.
Got it. Yeah, right. Explore. Yeah, I mean, right. Break out your comfort zone and be exposed to ways of thinking or systems that you haven't like seen or investigated or yeah.
You can find your own limitations within your own art. You can find out where your limitations are physically, mentally when it comes to engaging, which is why we offer the sparring part. So the things that you learn from different instructors, you can put into practice, or at least try. Because when people spar, they drift to what's comfortable. And their setups, the things that I can do this when I want to, as opposed to I just learned this from Dean today. I'm going to use it right now, or I'm going to try to use it right now with my setup, and then add that in.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's wow. So okay, so all right, 12th year. You're obviously you got your own folks coming. Oh, I think we lost that.
I'm just gonna get
sure.
Sorry, I'm in the garage.
No worries. So 12th year, so you got folks, obviously your students, you got folks coming around kind of DC, Virginia, I mean, all around that region. Is that fair?
Yeah. And we like to invite people like you, like that come out of state, that come out of the DMV area. If the people here are only exposed to us, how can they grow too? So we want to give other opportunities to instructors from all over to experience what it is to be here on the East Coast, what we have to offer.
Yeah.
We want to build like lasting relationships with people. So you can invite us, we'll invite you. We want to make sure that you all have a floor to show what you have to represent, what your teachers are entrusting to you to share with the world.
Yeah. Awesome, man. And so folks that are watching, I mean, okay, so Saturday kicking off at 9 a.m.
Just about. We'll have 9, and we're going to have our sign-in, our beginning ceremonies, and prayers to open it. Make sure we had a good day. Drama-free, lots of fun. We have our first 4 instructors. Then we'll have lunchtime. I have entertainment coming. So every year I try to add a different Filipino cultural dance that has some relationship to Filipino martial arts, and how you can either see the relationship in the movement, or you can see how it was hidden, right? When the Spaniards came, we had to hide it somehow. A lot of our tools weren't all war weapons. They were farm tools.
Farm tools, right? Okay, yeah.
Farm tools. My dad said when he was small, they had knives that the length kind of grew when you grew. So it kind of matched you along the way.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like, it stuck. I was like, oh, okay. So it wasn't like I'm walking around every day with a campilan in my hand.
No.
Yeah. You have your regular farm tool, your everyday tool that's just used for doing work. And
I think that's so awesome that you're bringing in a cultural aspect to complement what you're already existing doing for educational, cultural purposes. Like I think that's fantastic. Like you're bringing in these dancers, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
I only bring in the ones that I've done the dances myself. I'm not going to bring in something I can't explain. So when I was growing up, those cultural groups that we were part of, Migrant Heritage and all the ones for the colleges and schools, they taught me those dances. I'll name drop Grace Valera. She always helps us. She helped teach me when I was a kid. She taught me how to do the tinikling, how to do sinkil, how to do bandanga sailao. What is the one where it's like, is this sinkil? Where you have,
The princess, yeah.
yeah, you're holding the princess. There's like a bamboo on your shoulder, holding a bamboo here, and then they're sitting in the middle of the bamboo, and they're dancing and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
They do the movements, and now you're thinking, okay, what if I put a blade in there?
That was fun.
Oh yeah.
One time I was carrying that, and this girl, like 2 years old,
Oh wow.
easy.
Wow. Okay.
And she grew up to be a little
Man,
young woman. She's a little heavier now. So somebody has to help me because I can't. She's just getting heavy.
There's a lot of crossover, and some people I think overlook that with all the flashy moves and going fast and all of. Anyone can go fast. It's flowing properly, learning how to make that connection, right? Because not everything is all knives, blades, and gung ho. There's the reason it's an art, right?
Yeah.
And some of it's just hidden in other aspects of Filipino culture we want to share. So
I think that's wow. That's right. So all right. So you got the 4 lunch. You got the dancers, and then after that,
another 4 instructors, and that another 3. I think it's 3 and 3.
3 and 3. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 3 and 3 because I'm going to share my time. Like I said, I wanted to give like Paul his time, and I want to partner with him too because I want to mend that bridge, right? I want to help Haniti as well, so he has that time too. I wanted to put you towards the end so you have all the time to talk to any of the other instructors on the floor and also have that time for yourself too.
Yeah, I can also set up shop. Like if you got internet and power, I could bring the laptop there and kind of just run folks through.
Already handled. I got that for you.
All right. So I'll bring the laptop. Easy.
Yeah, and people that wanted to sell things, they can sell it there. They just have to ask for permission because there's going to be kids, and I don't want kids to be poking around with sharp objects.
Oh my God! Yeah. So all right. Well, okay. So you got 3 lunch. You got dancers. Another 3. After that, everybody's kind of like going out to eat or something. Is that the?
Yeah, we're gonna go get dinner. I'm gonna double check that reservation. It should be in DC because the ones that are coming out of town, I'd like to take you guys out and kind of show you around the town, some of the monuments and what have you. And then day 2 on Sunday, we'll have our exhibitions. So we're going to run it a bracket, like I explained earlier, where it's 3 1-minute rounds, 30-second rest in between, decided by 3 judges that rotate. So there's no bias. On the final 3 rounds, we would have already introduced Fuego Todo. He says we can call him Ferdy, but I can't pronounce his last name because my tongue sucks. So my dad can't pronounce it. Mansayak. There you go. And yes,
okay.
I'm working on it. But yes, so he's given his blessing to promote that here. So we're going to use that for the last 3 rounds so people can actually get a taste for it. Because in this community, you don't want to shock everybody and then they never show up again because they're like, oh my God, I don't want to get,
you start that in the beginning, and if you were like, whoa.
Yeah, introduce it a little bit slowly, let people get used to it.
Yeah.
And that way, like I said, it gets people out of their comfort zone. They get the challenge their own teachings, the stuff that was taught to them. Now they can put it to the test to see if it really works for them. Not every art works for everybody. Some arts work better for some than others.
Yeah.
So it gives you a chance to apply it in a controlled setting and see where the limitations are.
Wow. And and now, so is Sunday's event, is it stick based?
It's going to be stick based. Yep. So all the preliminaries will be single stick. Your mandatory is a helmet, gloves, and cup because we need hands to drive. We need hands for every day. I love my family jewels. And I love an air someday, so I need a cup. And you got to protect the head all the time.
Gotcha. And okay, so now, not to not to give what everybody's teaching and give it away, but is it most instructors Saturday teaching stick based stuff?
You can teach whatever you want as the instructor for your time. That is what we're not saying. Okay, everyone's only doing stick today. No, if you want to do double knife, single knife, empty hand, just kicking, whatever you want to do within that time frame, you are perfectly fine. There is no format. Sometimes some people would prefer that, but we like to keep it fresh that way, where instead of everyone learning maybe different versions of the same thing all day, and then you just paid money to do the same thing all day. I'd rather you pay money and learn 6 different things that you can now take the time to piece together on your own, which is why I mentioned in our chat that all the instructors would give 2 strikes to this year's 12 strikes for the 12th year. Most arts have a generic 12 strikes, so we'd like to now you have something that everyone has contributed to for this year.
Okay. All right. So each instructor getting an hour. Am I correct?
Oh shoot! Did I freeze?
Oh no, you're good now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds. So each instructor like an hour or so.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, is there an allotment? Okay, like I show something, but I want to give folks a chance, obviously, to play around with it. Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's kind of like the setup, generally speaking. Okay.
So you have let's say you're giving your 45 minutes of whatever, and then you can break it down, give them time to pair up or round robin with different partners to give them a chance to actually apply it.
Yeah.
And whatever they learned before the previous instructor, you can apply it to the next instructor when you're learning the next thing. So then now you're layering it as you go along, and then by the time day 2 goes around, you're trying to apply it all, whichever one stuck to you the most,
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. All right. No, I like that because I like showing something and give the folks a chance to kind of play around, so not just getting all this mass information and
because then you burn out and then nothing really sticks.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It sounds great. I mean, what you guys got going on. I mean, so lunch Saturday, Filipino food. What's
I'm trying to get Filipino food, but it may be a little too heavy, and people might not want to get up for the remaining of the class.
You know what I mean?
That's our experience, by the way. We experienced that.
But my plan is for dinner that day. If everyone's invited, but I'm gonna try to get us into one of the Filipino restaurants here in the DC area.
Oh, Saturday night, and then like
night. Yeah,
maybe lunch, like just something where
something like thin, not heavy, thick pizza or something. Maybe some thin slice to keep you on your toes, not too carby.
That's wow.
Let's make a mention also that we have this Airbnb that people may wish to stay.
They can visit, but it's mainly for the instructors for the Airbnb because.
Oh, okay. The Airbnb Friday, Saturday. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it's for the instructors. You're more than welcome to stop by, say hi, and what have you. The house is, like I said, is for the instructors. So it gives us time to break bread with each other outside of the students. I think that's important for fostering stronger relationships with the community, especially as
Yeah.
leaders. You guys are representatives. You guys are leaders, and it's good for us to, like I said, break bread, be friends. That's
Yeah, no. I dig it. I mean, and so and most folks are coming in some point Friday afternoon, early evening.
Yep. Some instructors are coming in Friday. They'll be at the house, and I believe Felix is arriving Saturday morning, so we're going to get him right from the airport straight to the
Gotcha.
event. And I will have it'll be divided amongst myself and Balaban Robert. He's our representative in Philly. He's gracious enough to volunteer and help out. As you know, I'm juggling a lot to make sure everyone is good and everyone's taken care of.
Yeah, you got a lot going. Yeah.
But I can't set up gym and everything and drive back and forth. It's just
As far as like picking people up, I got you. Yeah.
So like I think Felix is at BWI, so he's towards Baltimore. He's a little bit farther, but the rest of you that are flying in are coming into DCA.
I'm coming in Reagan, if that makes sense. Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan. Yeah, it's that one. It's within. You should have 3 of you there within that 2-hour time frame.
Yeah.
I
That guy could be like.
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, if y'all can hang out for just a little bit, y'all can.
Yeah, or I mean, yeah, I'm fine with. I mean, yeah, I'm really easy. So whatever, man, whatever makes it work for everybody. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And if people feel a little too cramped, we'll also be more than happy to go pop out and get some air beds to make sure people are comfortable. Any kind of snacks, food that you guys are feeling, I got you. No problem.
Wow, yeah.
If Friday, we'll try to go out and munch on some food too. We'll go out into the wharf or something like that, somewhere near, not too far, but enough to see a little bit of the town. Saturday we'll do the same thing.
Okay.
And
can we go to DC? Can we go to Anacostia and hang out?
Yeah, we can go out there too. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I hear that's like a war zone. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, all right. If you want to go, we can go test our skills out in Anacostia anytime.
That was notorious in the 80s, man. I can't speak on it now, but
no.
I just know,
when I started in law enforcement, I started out in Southeast, and it was a pretty rough neighborhood when I first started.
Yeah.
But it's grown. It's definitely grown. And places that I was stuck in got pushed towards Maryland, towards Silver Spring. So now we're catching some of that now.
Silver Spring, wow! Because I used to go to Silver Spring a couple times. It was in the 80s because my friend's family were there, and it seemed. I mean, now mind you, this is 80s, but it seemed like it was a really just nice area. You know what I mean? Kind of, just yeah. Not one that you associate with anything negative,
No, now it's more like what you would say is buildings popping up like weeds. It's popping up like that. So it's getting a little bit more, I guess, upscale. I don't know the term properly.
Yeah, it's like what was, I guess, a suburb is now going to be a city. Yeah.
It'll be like you cross the street and it's the city, but when you cross this side, it still looks suburb.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember it was pure suburb, but again, this is back 80s, so yeah. Okay.
No, it wasn't even a thought then, but maybe my dad was around.
Yeah. Well, he's good now. He's in Arizona, and yeah, so wow, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm finally glad I got you guys on. I mean, well worth. You guys need to be heard in what you're doing. I think it's great. It's really neat too, father son kind of effort. I think that's really special. So yeah.
I wanna share what my AKA means. Bunalsa Engkanto. If that's okay, I could.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh sure.
Yeah, this Bunalsa Engkanto is what I use in Facebook, but it's not for me. this Bunalsa Engkanto is for Itik Boring, the Borio, and also the great grandmaster. And the only way I could think of in my simple brain is how would I relive him in the minds of my students. And the story came from Deacon Orit, the others say, and especially another book which is by Undo Kaburnay. Uh, is that not Lameko, it's Undo Kaburnay. And when they used to party, you know, they drink uh, before they spar, they would drink because they're not a little oopsie. They can't show their skills.
It's a bad combo.
Yeah.
That's a
So, and then when they spar, on GM on the Cabernet he passed, he would always say, "Hey, Buring, don't use the Bunalsa Engkanto." That's in English. Say, ayaw gamitan ng Bunalsa Engkanto. Wakit gamit tayo sa Bunalsa Engkanto. In translating it says, don't use the sticker, the enchanted stick or something. It's difficult to translate into English. But it's just how he uses his stick, all like fast and all that. So, in order for me to remember him, I use that AKA Bunalsa Engkanto, because in that way, this was Itik Boring with his fancy, his speed stick work, and used to the other master, Undo Kaburnay. So that's the history of why I use Bunalsa Engkanto. It's not for me. It's not because I am Bunalsa Engkanto. It's just to remember.
Like pay homage, kind
Yeah.
of.
Where
okay.
So, because people say, "Hey, you Bunalsa Engkanto? How good can you be?" I said, "I'm not good, but I can teach you. If you wanna learn, I can teach you. And if you wanna spar with me, then maybe I can learn from you." So it's not like everybody nowadays wants to be. What did you say? Poncho. Everybody wants to be.
Many teachers don't want to be touched, but they want the students to fight each other. It's just like
Oh yeah. I mean, I tell you, man, my guy, I'm in the trenches with my guys, man. Like, if you're gonna lead, man, you gotta lead by example, man.
yeah. 100%. If you're gonna tell them to bruise each other, take bruises yourself.
Yeah, man, you need to get in there too,
Gotta
right?
be that way.
And also
100%, man.
to add to this, there are great warriors in the Cuerdas group. Very, very good. It's not like because they also have a problem with advertising or marketing.
I want to add on that when you're finished.
And we are worse. We don't know how to market ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not the best either in that regard. So yeah, you're not alone.
So they are very good screamadors right there from the room. They'll be misled. They may not be well known, or they're known now. I think Token has carried the torch in America, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy to support. Yeah, we can use the Cuerdas of Lexi's been adamant on inviting Token, the Cuerdas representative, into the event, which is really, really good. It's the past gone. You know, the future is here, and we just have to move forward. That's it's been Lexi's kind of mission now, and do away with the past future.
Just trying to bridge that gap, make sure that like I said before, problems of the past shouldn't be our problems now.
Yeah.
When I got my certification, GM Raylan was there. We even sent flowers and what have you to pay our respects to. And if anyone that's listening is in the Philippines that wants to train in some Rosa de Cuerdas, they should go see him too. you know, yeah. So that side of the fence in the Philippines, it's divided. We're just trying to bring them back together.
Well, hopefully you guys achieve that. I mean, it just takes folks like you to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and with the newer group or younger people, I should say, is the time to do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's another reason we just provide the platform, but we still try to teach our students our little piece of the pie. And what's great about FMA is that it complements everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't matter what background walks in the door, which is why at that gym you're going to see Muay Thai, BJJ, Judo. I think they even have. They just took on sumo. I think is actually there at the gym now, and like I said, we invite everybody. There's something they can learn from us. There's something we could probably learn from them.
Yeah, 100. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, I literally just saw a video. I think like a couple days ago. This one small guy just hip tosses a guy that's maybe 2-3 times his weight out of the ring. I don't know. It's interesting to look at other arts and you see, oh, there's overlap. Oh, we do that too.
Yeah.
Something they do differently that allows them to generate that amount of power. Maybe it's different than ours. It
Right.
makes you question, right? So, like you said, he always pushes my head to question everything. So,
Yeah, validate everything. I tell my students, man, validate everything. Validate what I'm telling you. Like, don't you know what I mean? Validate everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's your journey. You're the most important piece of this puzzle. You, the student. So yeah.
You wanted also to invite the Dumo people to show their skills to us, or not to us, to everybody that would be joining the event, because those are things that are important in the Philippine martial arts. Dumo is known for Filipinos, so if Dumo people can come, then please come. This is a gathering. This is
yeah,
a
I invited a few. Just trying to. This year was booked, but following years, there's always empty slots. We'll always invite people. Side note, off topic. Sachi likes to play ping pong. Dad, you love ping pong. You
Mhm.
guys should play ping pong.
Ping pong?
Yeah, I can, I can be a good one too.
Ping pong. All right. I can't remember the last
Side
time.
note, we were talking the other day, and he posted a video. Something like that. I was like,
All right.
But just like tennis, right? Forehand and the backhand, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It carries on, right? So, it's finding FMA and other things, and that's another beauty of the thing that we do. Because I think in martial arts in general, you see the things that you train in, and mundane everyday things, everyday movements. You're like, oh, I got out of bed this way.
Yeah.
Move, right? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of overlap, and it's just nice. It's just nice to see.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. But wow. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Again, humbled and honored. I mean, you guys could have invited so many other folks. So a pre-thank you to both of you. You know what I mean, for even making me inclusive. So
Wolf year, it's an important year, so
yeah,
I want to make sure that the
so,
right people are at the table.
Yeah, but awesome, man. Well, hey. So actually, folks, if you are wanting this and you are in the area next weekend, things kick off Saturday 9 a.m. and goes to Sunday afternoon. Right?
Yeah, I would say about around 3:00 if everyone fights the way they're supposed to fight, and and we get it done. Because I know some people have to head back, and I want to make sure that not only do we get all the fighting done, everyone gets there.
You don't have stragglers hanging around you. Yeah, mid-flights, right? Yeah. So, well, hey, awesome. I appreciate it. And look, I'm looking forward to see you guys next Friday. So, thank you so much for coming on here. I'm glad you guys were able to be heard. You know what I mean? And so, yeah.
pleasure and honor is ours. Appreciate you for giving us this opportunity.
Oh,
And
my.
I hope this isn't the last time. I'll be happy to.
No, matter of fact, if you in like one, I have one idea actually for a future episode, something that you touched on. So I'm always looking for like neat theme-oriented episodes, and you just gave me an idea, which I'm going to send you a message. It's about basically working together with another person to spread your art. So yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's one of the biggest things that we like to promote here, at least at this event, um, and it provides a platform for many other folks that have not been even heard of. Like
yeah,
his entire story from learning from his instructor was no one knew who he was.
yeah.
As an
Yeah,
instructor,
that's gonna be that's gonna
tried
be
it,
long
something
overdue.
new, and now it's coming to light. But there's still a lot of other people that were in that same boat that are still currently in that same boat,
Yeah,
and we'd like to provide the platform, just like you have this podcast, for the world to see.
yeah. That's the whole thing. I mean, just getting people that maybe never had the opportunity to be heard, but have something to share, and just because they quote unquote don't have a big name, you know what I mean? Like, and that's something I wanted to really do. I wanted to give the lesser named folks a voice, and I found
Yeah,
that the most interesting. I got to be honest. Like, I've done this is the 490th interview, and I can honestly say some of my best interviews or most compelling, interesting, informative, something that really resonated with me was generally speaking for folks that quote unquote didn't have a big name. Honest to God, those were the most interesting.
yeah, and I want to add to that, if they want to learn pinakatay or any other art, uh, question everything. Question. That's the way to learn.
All right, so when I come there Saturday, I'm gonna have to question you, okay? Just,
Go, go right ahead.
We welcome it because even with the students, we don't spoon feed.
yeah,
We like to spoon feed everything. If you don't ask, right?
Right.
No, what is it? The only wrong question is the one that's never asked, or something like that.
never asked. Yeah, there you go. Never a dumb question, right?
So
That's what they say.
Outside of the box question, is this really possible? And then I would say, let's try it out. Oh my gosh, it's possible. So how did we do that? Let's do it again. And then you do it now this time.
yeah,
And they say, well, you can't hit the back of the head or the back of the body while you're in front of the person. I said, yes, you can. They say, how you do it? And we demonstrate it, and they say, oh yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I did that before, but it was a fluke. And then I said, well, you know what Pinakatay warriors do? They master the fluke. They master what is awkward because those
Mm,
are the things that are least
expect.
expected. And they say, how did you do that? It was a fluke. But then we repeat that fluke over and over again, so that when it
It's like
happens,
yeah, it's like mastering someone else's mistake.
okay.
And
so we are based on principles. But the principles you have to uh, understand. It's not just learning them, just really understanding. And my motto with my students is, I can teach you, but you have to do the learning yourself. That's when we start every
I like
session.
that.
I say that, and then they will start thinking, oh yeah, I
it's
think,
just another way of saying you can't force someone to learn. They have to be willing to learn.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they got to be able to write.
Mm.
Yeah.
So principles based.
No,
Uh,
absolutely.
this art is
Um,
now a principles based. Uh, Several principles that are very common and yet overlooked. So you would say it's very common that you don't
mm,
see them. And then you reiterate, and then there goes that light bulb. Oh yeah. So we make them think. We don't say this is what is gonna happen. What do you think I do this? I don't know. Please think. We cannot spoon feed you.
Yeah, that's the way. Literally, how he taught me. It wasn't like do A, do B, do C. He tossed me the stick, and then beat me till I block something, and then okay, so that's where we're starting. So
Yeah.
and
No, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Man, I'm just making sure I didn't miss any questions and get no. Okay. Jeff Ramsey. Good evening, gentlemen. Hope to see you at
oh
your
yay,
event.
hey Jeff.
Yay! Jeff Ramsey. Modern Nani.
Okay.
Yes.
So is he minor
Yes,
needs?
Modern.
Minor needs?
Very nice.
Minor
Very,
needs.
very open.
See that, man? Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, man. Well, hey guys, I gotta unfortunately gotta for 7, but I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you, and go see you in a week. And truly looking forward to it.
Likewise, of course.
Thank you.
And thank you for everyone for even tuning in to see us. Hope to see as many people
Yeah,
that have seen this this interview.
awesome. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to just, but yeah. So I'm sure, obviously, we'll talk before then, but physically see you guys and meet you guys in a week, and you guys take care till then, and
Right.
see you
Thank
soon.
Good. All right. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Take care.
you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. Anytime.
Who said, oh wait, the last one. Oh wait, yeah, we do have we have we have basic strikes like everybody else.
Oh, was he at?
Um,
Oh, but you have
yeah,
a. Oh, okay. Okay.
a scenario. Yeah, like your basic. Yeah, we
Oh,
have.
your ABCs. Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to talk to you about that or any other
Yeah,
interests
guys.
you
If
may
you guys
have.
got questions, yeah,
Yeah,
Facebook Messenger. Absolutely.
yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank
Take
you
care.
again,
Until
Dean.
next week.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Same here. All right. I gotcha.
All righty.
Take care.
All right.
All right, folks. You saw it, heard it. So I'm just, yeah. So flyer, and I don't know why I removed that, but hold on. It's going to be small, but you guys will, those who might be interested. Here we go. So East Coast FMA gathering. So if you got questions about it, definitely you can message Lex and he can give you all the information you need. So if you're in the area, you got nothing going on this weekend, I've heard nothing but wonderful things about the event. So check it out. All right, so that wraps up this episode. Who is next? Well, I'll tell you who's coming up. Part 2 of Tonda Boy, Mike Brewster. That's going to be a really good one. Maya on her book, 3rd book. We're getting her on. Chad Doolin and Joe Lennon. They'll be coming on. Matter of fact, I'm setting that up with them this next weekend when I see them in person. Colby Brock, Sealot. He might be coming back on, demo oriented. And Jeff Berger. Got to get him on. Yeah. So that's the upcoming list. So some good folks. And as always, if there's somebody particular you want to hear from or hear from again, just message me. Okay. All right, guys. See you next time.